Hello, today I'm going to talk to you a little bit and show you the parts of a rope and how to throw a correct loop at a rope and dummy that we got here. First off, I want to start off by showing you the parts of a rope. You got your coils, which go in your left hand. They go in your left hand, and then you got the eye of your rope, which is what the rope is fed through right there. Okay, and then you got your slack. The slack is what you call the rope between the both ends. The rope that's left between the coils to your loop is what you call your slack. When you're swinging a rope, you want to swing it in front of you and turn your wrist over, as you can see like I'm doing right now. You want to turn your wrist over like this, and your elbow makes a circling motion that comes up every time. You want to swing your rope in front of you like this, and keep your tip. The tip of your rope is the part that's right here. That's what's always farthest away from you when you're swinging your rope, is your tip. Your tip is the way that you guide your rope and aim to what you're trying to rope. The more tip, you can get more tip based on, say, whatever kind of rope you have. If you have a heavier rope or say a lighter rope, if you have a heavier rope, you're going to get more tip. If you have a lighter rope, it's not near as much tip, but it's your preference on what you like. I'm going to throw a couple of loops here at the dummy and see if we can't get it caught, and show you more or less what a head loop's supposed to look like. When you throw your head loop, another thing you want to do is your rope is supposed to come in right here and hit open and come across like this and rope the dummy. Your rope, your tip is always in front of you. It's more or less like throwing a ball whenever you deliver your rope. Your rope is going to come here real open and grab the dummy and rope it. Okay? When you're swinging your rope on top of your head, it's like when I was a little kid and learning how to rope, my dad always called it the helicopter. It's a helicopter on top of you. Okay? There's a helicopter on top of you, and your tip should always be aimed at what you're going to rope right there. Just like this. You level off, you got your helicopter going on, your tip is aimed at where you're going to throw, and you can take a step forward, or I prefer to take a step forward when I throw. It's more power coming off, just like if you was throwing a ball in baseball, you know. You step forward and take that throw. Here we go. We're going to swing our helicopter on top here. We got our tip where we need it, pointed at our object there. When you throw, it's more like scooping, it's more like spreading. You're throwing forward, but you're spreading at the same time, and that allows your loop to stay open and go ahead and catch it, you know. Here, I'm going to show you another one. You got your loop set out, you got your tip where you need it. You're gonna level off, you're going to take your good swing, you're going to step forward, throw, come back, close your loop. And that's how you throw a pretty decent head loop. Now, a lot of people like, you can show your own preference if you want to use a bigger loop, smaller loop. Personally, I like to use a smaller loop just because it can get tighter faster around the horns, and I don't have near as much rope on the ground away from me. So I get me a smaller loop, and I get my tip to what I'm aiming at, and I follow through and pull my slack. Well, I just showed you how to throw a decent head loop, or how to throw a correct head loop rather, and hopefully y'all can learn something.